Going live. All right, are we here?
Oh boy.
I believe we're here, but like fucking who knows? If we start juggling around again, I'm wasn't in the cards, I guess.
Time for round 2.
Can hope. Ugh. All right.
What now?
Ready?
Ha. Oh.
I have no idea of me making the reset Joker stream, and if I did, I apologize. Stop. Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this is... No, wait. What did I set it to? Did I set it to 4,000 or did I set it to 4,500? 4,000, okay.
40,000.
All right, let's take it down.
Why did you skip Zorb?
I just want to get back to where we were.
We'll do this together. Maybe
Let's get the unscathed bonus.
Come forth,
No.
No.
I don't know if we can.
Watch me. Let's do this together.
I knew you'd help.
That was helpful.
Because I need to get charged over there.
If we all work together.
And
Let's do this.
Yeah.
there was that. Yep, like that.
Who should? All right. Don't be scared.
I mean, it would be funny if nope.
Unlucky. Oh well.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Nice dodge.
Let's set it up. I'm all prepared. Let's get him.
The one shot.
That's just consistent, actually.
This is the true combo.
A halfway decent result.
I'll strive for.
Fuck you.
A halfway decent result. Just decent.
Come what may, my life is a shield.
We fight him together.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either.
As we
The
were.
world's fate is in your hand.
Yes, I will.
You didn't do shit, Heisman. Fuck off.
Is it safe to watch? Hopefully.
I don't know.
Well, guess I'm repeating. Wow. We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us, and I'm gonna lead the.
All right. We can't just.
I wonder
We can't skip this scene.
the part.
'Cause this is the scene we want
Gallica,
in.
stop making us lag.
Oh, it still seems like we're all over the place.
A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. There's a little more. However, even a
Fine on my
utopia
end.
may one day fray at the edges, and its people may
Yeah,
come
I'm
to
not lagging.
conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
The true utopia has never been achieved. It's like it's impossible. The so-called utopia depicted in the overworld is based on the overworld, but it fell to ruin. Is that your computer just a stream? I restarted my computer.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Cruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village. But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even.
This game was made with intent, man.
But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Right.
What choice did to believe in a vision and fight on? The alternative is accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world.
You can't accept that nothing is never going to
What I
change.
gave it to you was
You have to accept that the world can be changed. That your life can be changed.
yourself.
Oh
And that's what
no.
I'm going to help you with. That's my mission.
What do you guys
My
think of this
real
story so
mission.
far? Fantastic.
And
Real
I'm going to
good.
see it through.
It's fantastic.
Several cutscenes are playing in scene.
I saw what happened. So,
Holy
you
shit.
found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times.
Hey!
An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate. Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you, or something like that.
Indeed, it is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence
I'll
denies.
birth that too.
By your own will, you were born again as a
True, I
prince.
didn't choose to be born in this world.
Do you understand? You stand
Born
on
against
the
my will.
threshold of truly becoming a ruler. Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that has awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts.
That's your wife more.
Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek,
Woman gives
then
headache.
go and claim
Meh.
them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken.
Wait.
Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the Ascension of Kings.
I went back
Hell
to
yeah.
sleep. Or was the author of the fantasy
But
novel?
she just said awaken.
Has more visited the ancient Elden Sanctum?
Time
More
marches
is my
on,
dad.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh,
She's sleepy.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually
fuck are we going now?
I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this
Mom really popped by just to mess with
They
Dad.
float well to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
What do I say?
Wow. I feel so motivated.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yet if he suddenly spoke with the
motivated.
eloquence of a philosopher king, 'twould bemuse more than it would spur.
You can take it at your own pace. We're all getting used to it gradually.
About the new stuff you've felt
That's
and learned since becoming the prince.
Respectful.
Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
We're dragging your ass.
I don't fucking know.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hope
Are my
for.
reasons even my own?
As your knight, I will
Yes.
ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
I'm still grappling with the fact that just like I'm technically not a fucking person, but I was more just the manifestation of someone else's will.
You still are.
Like that's
His memories, your memories became his memories too. Your experiences became his experiences.
I know that, but it's still something I'm just kind of
How are you having a hard time grasping this when you grasp Seraph perfectly? Fine.
I don't know.
Well,
You
I guess
always
this means
were
we're
the
ready as
prince.
we're gonna be.
Will is will and always has been. That helps the matter somewhat.
Hold on.
I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Let us hurry.
Back to Altaberry.
Come on.
Well, it says head to Grand Trad
This place.
Why?
to kill Lewis.
You see?
I doubt Grand Travel was a warm reception. If we choose not to fight, Luis's victims will only pile higher.
Yeah.
He didn't say it won't help anyone, but doing it a whole other thing. Oh, the more reason we gotta prove ourselves we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it wouldn't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever
If
forward.
anything, Seraph was more confusing if you didn't know anything about Hindu.
They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That
Meanwhile, as a Legion of Doom!
I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Oh!
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
How was he allowed in?
You just barged in.
Is no one guarding this room anymore? Have these guys been left so to waste that...
He's a Sanctus Crier.
Yeah.
Well, let us depart.
MC is very simple. You are like the Kool-Aid man. You the Kool-Aid will in the glass prince.
Ah.
I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death. Yet, it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more...
What's more, they just one-shot my fucking guy.
Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
You will
We'll
never
soon
be.
arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Turn to a pickle, Lord Luis. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
Oh!
Is that I guess?
Gambling away his tides. This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince.
Ah!
The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman. You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Vorden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us.
This is cool.
All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, But this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
These people believe they will survive in Luis's world. Some people don't, some people aren't able to look through, see the forest from the trees enough to realize the people that they are batting for don't give a damn about them. You look to our own world for that.
Even then, everyone's
True.
on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us.
So I like these spineless idiots preach for Luis, but the first Luis would kill if he could. Yep.
Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Oh.
Ah. The royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou
No, I
impertinent
will.
faith
Oh.
breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Battling is the real one, true.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
You're fucking kidding. I was joking.
It's even funnier that it's true. And seeing it in action, like, hey, what if I just take these off? Never metal horns, not plastic. Circlet of Clem or perfection.
Kinda. Newsflash, asshole, I've been an elder the whole time. I've been racist once myself.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
think he's a little angry.
Perhaps
You
somewhat
cannot
reasonably
stop me
so.
any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
He looks so genuinely miffed. Honestly, his eyes in the model somehow sell more than his portrait.
Snatching victory from the maw of
True.
catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital.
These
Grand
protagonists could have just made
But they
Claymore
are
horns to
greeted
avoid
only
prejudice.
by
Like,
ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph.
has anyone ever just tried that? Like,
Anticipating conflict, the gauntlet runner comes to a quiet stop.
Luis looks like he hasn't slept in years.
no, I don't.
They were fake all along.
I just came to a
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
uncomfortable
He just-
I
he
came
just-
to an uncomfortable realization.
He just popped his balloon tits right in front of everyone.
No, I just came to an uncomfortable realization.
What?
Luis
Lewis
has
did
been-
nothing wrong?
No, Luis has been wearing blackface for the entire game.
Wait, how?
He was, I guess reverse blackface, but like he was portraying himself as a different race for the entire game.
You mean a more privileged race?
He's been doing whiteface. He's whitefacing for the entire game. That's...
Isn't that...
Luis, my base king,
Boy,
no!
That monster boy's come back. Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead
Oh my
bastard
god, here we go again.
Here we go.
held high.
A more aggressive welcome.
There's the
than I
racism
expected.
I've come to
Would any
know and love.
introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap.
Kicked him with the honor.
Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
Are you sure?
True enough.
Why is the sky red though?
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns. Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored.
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why didn't His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Louis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi! Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a parapus like you, and you spit on him! Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juno,
Ooh.
I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince? I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi, over here!
Hey, oh.
Don't bother with them. No talking this one out. You need to run, now!
Alright.
Literally everywhere the weather is fucked up in red.
Oh.
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts.
I know the truth because I am an Elda too.
Used to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue.
How fares your neighbor? Ooh. That's This game was made with intent.
Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
Do you have any elder neighbors?
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. Yeah, I'd rant and snipe and have
Holy
my
shit, I was
cynical
fucking
little discourse,
joking.
But I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before
Why
our
isn't Matt on
eyes.
the social link? Honestly, I think it's better that he's not. Like, something about just having a character this pivotal and this fucking core not be a social link almost rings truer.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about
You know what I mean?
If we don't, they'll never
Yeah.
listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Hell yeah.
How'd you pull that off? Like, actually, how did he pull that off? Neos is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. The city's calmed down tiny bit. They have a hard time wrecking our
It's the
Gauntlet
Hush
Runner.
Honeybee. How do you think he pulled it off?
Oh, okay. I thought he meant like the normal inn. Still shouldn't chance it. We should head over to the Hush Honeybee. Everyone's already gone ahead.
So we need to go to somewhere. Someone was saying when you get back here to go to Saint something.
The church.
All right then.
We can't go anywhere right now.
Oh, not yet.
Are the 27-2? I don't know.
Because we had to restart stream.
Oh, that. Yeah, that.
The first stream was being stinky.
Honestly, if it's all the same to all of you, I'm kind of
Oh, there's
tired.
Hulkenberg.
I'm kind of tired right
Oh.
now. Is it alright if we stop? I can. I can. Oh,
looking cool, Joker.
The Phantom Broadcast. That is a cool username. That was a lot. Yeah, like that's kind of part of it. Like it's one thing if we're doing like a this was 2 fights and just an ass load of information. My brain's kind of on overload. And honestly, I don't think this is the end of it. So like better to take the breaks. Take the breaks when we were given them. You know what I mean?
I would have kept going.
So the Max Brigitte body next stream. Yeah. I can power through. I can.
You said we got it. You said you want to stop. Well, let's stop.
Oh, Zeph built different. All right. All right. I appreciate it. Next time we'll get back into it. We'll deal with whatever's happening now. What was the weather everyone said? Dread?
All right then. Where to?
I hope you can burn it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
That was good.
Mm.